I know there's a lot of people on here talking about Matt Brown, and the only thing I want to talk about is the suicidal ideation that people with complex PTSD and depression deal with. When you had a life of trauma, that's what complex means. It means you haven't just survived one traumatic event, you have survived a life of traumatic events. You deal with anxiousness and you also deal with depression. Those are the two things that ride with us. Matt focused on positive things. He started rebuilding, started a YouTube channel, had a lot of fans and friends that loved watching him go up the mountain and bushcraft, and he just had a real positive energy about him, and he was very kind. And that's another thing about people that suffer with these disorders. We don't want to hurt people. We don't want to ever make anybody feel like crap, and a lot of times we let people get away with a lot. People get away with a lot of stuff, and we swallow it. Feeling alone and abandoned by your family is something else I can relate to. They're all fine. They all have homes. They all have vehicles from the rewards from their show. And Matt, we saw how poor he was. He was really poor. Again, I'm not judging. I'm just trying to give an idea of where his mind was. And another thing, when people are planning to do that to themselves, and I know there's an investigation going and we can find out what happened, and I want to know the truth, but they will often tell people leading up to it that they would never do that. They will say things like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to take myself out. That's common. And then very shortly after, they're gone. Another beautiful thing about Matt was he had people around him in the town, strangers really, not his family, not anybody that had made a profit off him. It was people that cared, and they were trying to give him, lodging, help. People didn't know what to do for him, and, sadly, he didn't accept the help. What happens when you're fighting this disease of depression and complex PTSD is things will pile up on you, and at one, just everything will seem fine, but that one